I'm going to show you some FedNow updates. I'm going to show you Temenos and Finanstra updates and some connections there and why that's important. Temenos is a gigantic partner with Ripple, and I'm going to show you some interesting information. And I'm also going to show you the Faster Payments Task Force and the Faster Payments Council and who was on that council working with the US government on faster payments in the United States, which is FedNow, right? Okay, so banks will need to solve for real-time liquidity using FedNow. As we await the unveiling of FedNow, which is slated for this summer, banks and their corporate customers are trying to figure out the best way to integrate instant payments into their daily operations, right? This is real. This is in front of all of these banks now. They know that this system is here and this system could use crypto to solve their situation, right? This is, imagine FedNow as like a layer 0 blockchain, right? And you have like Polkadot, right? And you have all the banks connected on the outside and they can send transactions between each other in the system, okay? Imagine that's what it looks like. LMTs, liquidity management transfers.
Yes, there will be and are limits on liquidity management transfers between financial institutions when they are transfers of funds between each other to really just, again, support instant payment activity, even though it's between financial institutions. Again, like I said, these are transfers between financial institutions, and they're going to have much higher limits than what we see in the regular FedNow service for the transfers between financial institutions, because it's not your account holders. Before the limits, though, let's discuss when you'll be able to make transfers. Well, LMTs will be available from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Eastern Time on weekdays and 24 hours a day on weekends and holidays, basically when Fedwire is closed. See, these hours, they help financial institutions manage the liquidity during the times that the Fedwire funds transfer service is not available. Now, on the LMT limits, there is a per transaction value limit, and the LMT per transaction value limit is currently 2.5 million. But financial institutions can set their limit to be lower if they wish it to be. There's also a cumulative daily limit. That cumulative daily limit, that's 10 million. And I got to say currently. For security purposes, LMT activity is going to, of course, be monitored to ensure that LMTs are being used for the intended purpose. Now, a question comes up. Why did he say currently? Because will these limits ever change? Yes, they will. This is one of those areas that the Fed will, when needed, revisit, reevaluate, and ensure that the service is working as needed. Over time, I do believe we will see the limits rise based on the success of the FedNow network. And who will these LMTs benefit? Well, remember, LMTs can be used for financial institutions to help fund other financial institutions within the FedNow network. But they can also be used to fund RTP payments over in the clearinghouse private sector faster payments network.
All right, so it works on both networks, right? The real-time clearing, real-time payments clearing, they don't even have like 300 banks that are connected to it. I mean, Ripple has done a much better job at RTP, but it's all good. So also, this is put out by the Congress, congress.gov, okay? Ripple. They go, look under blockchains and technologies, right? I mean, it's just funny that the first thing mentioned under blockchain and digital currencies is Ripple. Do you think that's by accident or do you think that's by purpose, right? I think that's by purpose, right? It's not Bitcoin, it's not XLM, it's Ripple, right? In the United States, Ripple is king. It doesn't matter that one corrupt former SEC director thinks about Ripple. Ripple right now is king in the United States, okay? Remember, that was brought on by the former administration, but carried through with the Biden administration. I'm not giving the Biden administration any fucking leeway here. I really don't like what they're doing with cryptocurrency. They need to get their shit together, in my opinion, all right? Because 1 out of 5 of us owns crypto in the United States, and often we vote with two things, with our conscience and with our wallet. Okay, and a lot of people vote with their wallet. Also, too, fasterpaymentscouncil.org. We have Ripple. Ripple has developed a solution that allows financial institutions and payment providers from around the world to connect with a global network to send and receive payments instantly with finality, right? When you're talking about payments, guys, if you don't know this, because correspondent banking system is shit. You have basically instant payment that happens, but settlement doesn't happen for days later because the banking system is 40 to 50 years old, longer, and it just sucks, right? The SWIFT system sucks. So with Ripple and XRP, you could have instant payment and instant settlement happening at the same time. Also, Ripple partner Finanstra, breaking down some FedNow information. They are connected to FedNow. And yes, you can use XRP within the Finanstra system for instant settlement.
Point that I wanted to make. As far as the FedNow service, when it's going to be launched in July, so we're just a few weeks away, right? If we think about it, for what, 3 weeks away, as I look at the calendar. Basically, we will see the majority of the early adopter members, the pilot program members, starting whether with receive only, send and receive, but these services will be available on July 20th. One other thing that I want to point out is that you may have seen Finastra's press release a few days ago. We are certified with FedNow. So as an organization, Finanstra is currently certified and ready to offer FedNow capabilities to any credit union that's interested in proceeding down this path by enabling FedNow rail.
Finanstra is ready, all right? And this is an older demo, but it's from Temenos. And Temenos is a big deal, and they're also a Ripple partner. The video here, guys, is a little blurry. I do apologize. It's not my video. I'm just getting it offline, but you can hear what's going on, and that's the most important thing, all right? Let's take a look.
So we're going to focus on what the blockchain can deliver.
I slowed
So what
this
we
down.
have here is...
Real quickly, guys, I see your comments about faster videos. Sometimes I don't speed them up. They're sped up already, but I'm going to slow them down just for you guys. If you don't want them slowed down, you can always speed up YouTube and counteract this, right? I watch things on 1.7.5 and 2.0, so don't even, like, I'm like, all right.
A bank at one end connecting to the T24, then the Bluezell technology is tapping into the T24, which will talk to the Ripple network, which is a Ripple protocol blockchain, and send money overseas. So let's do a demo. Here I am, Coast Capital Bank, and I'm the teller. John comes to me and says, hey, I want to send some money. Let's see, need some Canadian. I put in the account number for Coast Capital. There we go. And put in CAD account. We're going to send it to our European partner. Let's just say it's Nordea. Credit account EUR. And I'm going to pick a random dollar figure of 78 euros that he needs. So just like this is what the teller sees through T24. Let's look at the deal. Everything's there. I got the rate that came up. Now the rate that comes up is what the Ripple protocol will come back with from the market makers. It's an efficient pathfinding algorithm.
Okay, pathfinding. I want to show you this, guys. And I didn't have this ready, but I want to show you this. Pathfinding XRPL. Let me explain this to you because it's really freaking cool. It's called paths, right? Or pathfinding. So if you're trying to send a payment, right? And you're trying to send a payment from like the US to, let's say, the UK. And there's not a direct path from just the US dollar to the British pound, but let's say the payment needs to go up to Canada and then to the UK, right? That's called pathfinding. The XRP ledger and Ripple, the technology, finds the best path forward, the cheapest way forward to send that payment, right? So if you're in an exotic corridor that is normally not like US to like the Philippines or something like that, and you need to send a payment, the Ripple protocol can figure out a way to send that payment. Check this out, paths. In the XRP ledger, paths define a way for tokens to flow through intermediary steps as a part of a payment. Paths enable cross-currency payments by connecting a sender and a receiver through orders in the XRP ledger's decentralized exchange. Paths also enable complex settlement of offsetting debts. A single transaction on the XRP ledger can use multiple paths, combining liquidity from different sources to deliver the desired amount. That's so fucking cool, right? I think it's so cool. I think it's so cool. Let me get back to this.
I validate the deal, and now you saw the transaction happen, complete. So this is what's happened on the bank side right now. So let's recap. Bluezell, the T24 stack at Coast Capital, talked to Bluezell, went to the Ripple protocol, the blockchain, found an efficient rate of going from Canadian dollars to euro, and said, okay, let's finish that transaction. So all the messaging is done behind the scenes in real time, and then the transaction will happen over the blockchain. So here we go. I'm going now. Here's the actual blockchain ledger for Coast Capital. And there you see right there, 78 euros got instantly transacted. Where before it took 2 weeks, took seconds.
Before what took 2 weeks takes seconds. Let me show you Temenos, guys, right here. Temenos is a company specializing in enterprise software for banks and financial services with its headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland. Temenos was initially created in 1993, but check this out. Headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland with 67 offices in 40 countries, Temenos serves 3,000 financial institutions, guys, in 45 countries around the world, and it claims to be used by 41 out of the top 50 banks worldwide. That is why Temenos is important, and that is that Ripple connection. All right. LIBOR manipulation and fraud with traditional assets reduce general public's faith in traditional assets. Cryptocurrencies reduce these effects. XRP can improve global payments systems by being used by central banks. Check this out. It says, e.g. LIBOR manipulation, trading funds, bond market manipulation, earnings management, and accountability fraud, and associated prosecutions may have reduced the general public's faith in traditional assets. Some cryptocurrencies, such as XRP, could drastically improve global payment systems and are currently being used by central banks and commercial around the world, okay? And I want to show you this, guys. The US path to faster payments, right? And we look at our good friends over at Ripple. Now look at these companies, right? You have a bank here, Consumer Financial Credit Bureau, right? This is a Consumers Union, another bank, a Treasury, Financial Department of the Treasury, Financial Service Department of the Treasury. But Wells Fargo, right? ACI Worldwide, right? Alpine Bank, American Express. But who's the only blockchain infrastructure company? It's Ripple, guys. This is why you have to understand. It doesn't matter what the SEC thinks, what a former corrupt SEC official thinks. It doesn't matter, because Ripple has been working with the US government for years, guys, for years, right? Check this out. This is Pat Thielen of Ripple talking about the future of payments at the Faster Payments Task Force. I'll show you this. Check this out.
Hello, everyone. I'm Pat Thielen. I'm the Vice President of Global Account Management at Ripple. We truly believe that there is an internet of value coming, much like the internet provided with communications and email in the 90s and through the beginning of the millennium. Today, the payment system is advancing. And unlike a lot of the other crypto players in Ripple's space, we truly believe that the revolution is going to occur from within. So the ecosystem that the U.S. Faster Payments Council has put together will be those players that will make sure we advance the industry. The working groups that are coming out, it's the cross-border, the QR, the directory model. These are really opportunities to take that user experience, the interoperability that has been designed in the other initiatives, and really apply it to real-world problems. Many countries have leapfrogged the U.S. in real-time payments. So this is a real opportunity for us to leverage a body like this. The playing field is set, and you can either sit on the sidelines or suit up with U.S. Faster Payments Council and change the game.
You can either sit on the sidelines or suit up with the U.S. Faster Payments Council and make instant payments happen in the U.S. Here is the U.S. Faster Payments Council announces 2022 Board of Directors, right? Let's see who's on the Board of Directors. Pat Thielen of Ripple, all right? First Bank, National Insurance, FCU, Matcha. This is Jack Henry, I don't know what that is. Look at these companies. Do you see, here's his Matcha, here's Wells Fargo, here's U.S. Bank, here's American Express, here's TD Bank, here's ACI Worldwide, Goldman Sachs, right? Who's the only blockchain infrastructure company on this Board of Directors? Ripple. And look, here is 2022, right? Here's Pat Thielen again of Ripple. Look, I have 2020. Here's 2020. Here, you have Pat Thielen of Ripple, 2020, 2021, and 2022. After Ripple was sued, they were still on the Faster Payments Task Force. Why? Because the U.S. government needs Ripple. That is why, guys. That is why. It is an American company. They can't use Zinfin. It's Singapore. They're not going to use Quant. It's the UK. You have Ripple, okay? That is why it's so important you understand all this, right? Faster Payments Task Force is by far the people behind faster payments in the United States. And once we understand and we check this stuff out, we can see a clear path to our future of owning XRP and being the new 1% when all of this change happens. I appreciate you watching the video, guys. If you like the video, please leave a comment. I respond to every single comment that I can. I spend hours a day responding to you because you are important to me. If you need help growing in this space, there's a link down in the description to Cryptonaires. You can also support me on Patreon, and I have Sensei chats and private chats there that we can speak, and if you need help, or you can support me here on YouTube. I love all the support you guys give me in the comments, and thank you so much for helping me on this journey with you. Together, we are stronger. Together, we can learn more, and together, we can grow and be just the new 1%. That is what we're focused on. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.